Hey, how y'all doing out there, man? It's your guy Reggie, Mr. Can't Stop himself. Man, I want to talk with y'all. I'm gonna try to get straight to the point today. This is my first time doing this. This here is a video response to a customer that left a one-star review on our Google My Business profile. They left a one-star review on the Google My Business profile. And I was gonna type it, but to really explain it would have been so long. I probably would have ran out of characters, and I would have ran out of characters probably. In trying to explain it, I wouldn't have really been able to get the full truth in there. So I decided to do this video. This is my first time ever having to do this, my video, so I could really actually show people the facts of what really happened in this situation. I'm the owner of Can't Stop. I take my company real serious, even with, all the way down with my employees. I take it real, real serious. I do not play about my business. And that's why I feel when you have a customer that leaves a false review, if it's true, I have no complaints. I accept it. I'll take full responsibility for it if it's a true bad review. But in this situation, it is not. So I have to defend my company in this current situation. So I'm gonna jump right into it so that way I don't make the video too long and try to make it as short as I possibly can and explain this situation. All right, let's get to it. All right. Today is the 13th, Thursday, April the 13th, 2023. All right. First I'm gonna show y'all. Let me show y'all what the customer left. I'm gonna be very transparent in this video. I'm not gonna not show nothing. I'm gonna show everything in this video. I'll let you as the future customer decide if you agree with me, if you don't agree with me. But I want to make sure I give you all the details of what happened versus somebody just putting it up. All right, let's see here. So now, first thing here, show you how this. Okay, well, first I'm gonna show y'all this. This what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna show y'all this. Then I'm gonna show y'all the comment he left. So I want to start off with this first, so we can get an understanding. So share this. All right, and this is my Google My Business profile. If y'all see right here, my hours are from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. And it says Saturday and Sunday closed. Even though I still answer the phone sometime on them days, and I still might work, but for majority I'm closed. When I can pick and choose, I have to have some me time. But Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. It says that on the Google My Business profile. That's what it has said. I haven't done no edits and no changes or nothing to it. There's nothing on there that I didn't change. That's what the profile has been. Nothing that I have changed up until the day I'm doing this video. Today, the 13th of April, and all this went down on April 12th, yesterday. Nothing has been edited or changed. So that's my Google, my Mr. Can't Stop Lawn Care and Junk Removal. That is my business hours. All right. So that's that. Now, let's remove that. Now, we're gonna let's go here. How do I show y'all the Google screenshot? I got my pictures. Oh, I found it, y'all. Okay, so here it is. All right, so here, right here, this is the customer that left the review. You can go on my Google page right now, see it. I can't take it down, so I'm like I said, I'm gonna be transparent 100% because this customer, what they did, they now if a new customer seen this one-star review and they read this review, didn't show up with a sad face, waiting all day and missed church. If the new customer seen this and read this, could probably deter them from wanting to do business with us. But this is very misleading and this is not the truth. So that's why I have to come in here to lead this video so people can be able to hear both sides of the story. And I'm gonna be transparent. I'm gonna say that throughout the whole video multiple times. I'm gonna be very transparent on what happened. So you will read this and you would think didn't show up, waited all day, missed church. They saying, okay, I missed church and this and so forth on. All right. So now that's the Google review that they left. All right. Now let me give you the quick background history of what's going on right quick. All right. So we got the Google review. I just showed you what they said on Google review. I showed y'all my business hours and everything. So we don't need that no more. So let's create a folder for that so I can go piece by piece. So we don't need that. All right. Now, on April the 11th, this customer called me. Let's pull that up. I'm gonna show y'all all the receipts of this present. Okay. See if I can. All right. Now, if y'all see right here, April the 11th, this customer called me. See if I can make it bigger. Oh, y'all, I'm trying to forgive me. I'm trying to make this so y'all can see it and make it big. I don't know if I did or not. Let me put it over here. Let's see if I can make it bigger that way. No, that doesn't do it. Okay, I'm just trying to. So here we go. I'm gonna show y'all. This is the call log. I can't edit none of this stuff. I cannot edit none of this stuff. Now the customer phone number is not on here because I have to. That's for privacy reason. The customer name is not on here. Everything that you can find out is just on the Google review. So on April the 11th at 11:51, this customer called me, and I was at a customer's property, and he said they had his granddad had a stump at the house that was that needed to be grind up. Okay. All right, cool. No problem. Asked me, could I get over there and do it? I told him, yeah, I can get over there later on that evening and do an estimate. And if we look at it, I'll be able to do the job the next day. I need to get over there to look at it. All right. So now you see, here's a call. The 11th, he called 11:51. I told him, I asked him to put in a request form on the website. I sent that to him on the same day, April the 11th. It was right after we hung up. I sent it to him, so it was around about the same time I sent him the request form. He filled out the request form. All right. That's when he filled out the request form on April 11th. Okay, then on April 11th at 5:14 p.m., I called the customer, let him know I was on my way to this granddad property. All right. We talked. It was real brief, 49 seconds, and it wasn't long. I just told him I was on the way. He said, okay, great. All right. I went to his granddad property. Now, this is when I was leaving the customer house that I was already at 5:14. April the 11th. Now I'm in my box truck now on this day, on April the 11th. I'm gonna try to make this as clear as day. On April the 11th, I'm in my box truck, and I left. I got to his granddad house at 6:19. So it took me about an hour to get from the customer house I was at to get to his house. So it took me about an hour and 5 minutes to get to his house. I called him when I got to his granddad house. All right, we talked on the phone, and I'm trying to make sure I look at everything. We talked on the phone. He said granddad came outside, met me, showed me the grind up tree stump and everything. And me and him was talking on the phone. He asked me how much would it be. I said, well, for me to bring my Bobcat over there and get this and haul this stuff off, it's going to be $750. That's what I quoted him, to haul off one tree stump and get the stuff that was old that had went over into his neighbor's yard and clean that up as well and haul it off. $750. My minimum for Bobcat work is $1,000, and that's without hauling. That's just $1,000 for me to come out and to do some do Bobcat work. Anything with Bobcat, no hauling, and that's the minimum. It can go up higher than that, but for me to even move, it's gonna be $1,000. I charged him only $750, and that was including with the hauling fee, fuel cost, everything in one for $750. He agreed with it. Now y'all see these other two calls, these three other calls, 621, his phone, his battery went dead. And I called him. I tried to call him 3 times, and then he called me from a different phone number. And that's when we talked on the phone, and I was going over everything. He agreed to the $750. All right. I said, okay, I'll do it. We're still about trying to do it this week, one day this week. He said, can you do it tomorrow, which would have been the 12th, April the 12th. And I like, I'll see. I'll try, because I was on a job. I was already on a job. Okay. So I'm already on a job. And that was this thing already 10 minutes and something long, man. But I'm trying to explain it to everybody, the details, please. I hope this is not too long. But so I am over there. The time we talked about it, and I told him I was on a job. His granddaddy, when I was out there, was standing there while we was talking, and so he was like, "Well, if you can't get it on the 12th, if you can do it any day this week, that'll be cool too, as long as you can get it done." So I was thinking like, okay, I can do it on Thursday morning. But his granddaddy said, no, I don't want him to do it on Thursday morning. I don't want him to bring that big machine on my yard. It's supposed to rain on Thursday. It's supposed to rain on Friday. I don't want him to bring the big machine on my yard. If he can't do it tomorrow, don't worry about it. He said, don't worry about it. So the guy said, well, can you do it tomorrow? So I was like, oh man, tight. I said, but okay, I'm gonna squeeze it in. I'll get you in tomorrow evening. He said, what time? Now, y'all seen what time I was there? It was like 6 something that I was there. It was like 6:22, almost around about 6:30 before I left. Y'all seen what time from there? This is all transparent, nothing edit. I'm not telling no times, making nothing up. That was I screenshotted that from my phone. Then were the times. I said it'll be sometime around about this time because I'm gonna be at a customer house, and it'll be sometime around about this time when I'm headed to your property. He said, okay, all right, cool. See you tomorrow. Cool. That deal was done. Left that day. Everything was done with that. I got up that next morning, get my day started. Got up about 5:30, 6 o'clock the next morning, get my day started. All right, get up. And when I get up, I go about my day, and I am going to my customer house. I got to get to my customer house. Now, let me show you what I'm pulling. Now, remember, I told you the first day I went over there, I was in my box truck. Y'all saw it took me 1 hour and 5 minutes just to get there in my box truck from the time it was on the timestamp. And I'll show it to y'all again just so y'all can see it. I want to make sure I'm as transparent with this as I can. Okay, if you look right here, I left. This is the time I called when I was leaving. We talked 41 seconds just to let him know I was on my way. 5:14, April the 11th. I arrived at his granddad's house at 6:19. This is in my box truck. Okay, so it took me 1 hour and 5 minutes just to get there in my box truck. Now, let me show y'all. I told him I had to bring my Bobcat. Let me show y'all what I was driving, what I was pulling. I'm going to show y'all what I was pulling now. Okay, where is that? Okay, here it is. Here we go. All right, this is what I was pulling, so y'all can be on the same page and understand what I'm saying. All right, I'm trying to make this full. Y'all see this right here? This here's my Bobcat with my grapple bucket and my brush cutter. This is what I'm pulling. I'm pulling this with my dually truck. All this together with the trailer, the Bobcat, the grapple bucket, and the brush cutter. All that together. You're probably talking 14,000 pounds that we're pulling. This is my when I pull up to a customer house, if I'm cutting your trees down, if I'm doing backyard clearing, all that stuff, this is what I'm pulling up to. So now y'all see, this is what I'm pulling. All right. I'm at my customer house I'm back at the customer house. This on April the 12th. I'm back at the customer house that I was at when I left from on April the 11th to go do the estimate at his granddad's house. So now April the 12th, I'm back at that customer house to get started to finish clearing up their job, the one that I told him I was on, that I come to after I finished that customer's property. All right, so now this is what I had to do to that customer's property. Let me show you. Okay, let's show y'all this. And present. Please work with me, y'all. I'm trying to move as fast as I can. Okay. So that's me right there. So I ain't like that. Just tell you, this is me right here. Going to my Bible. I don't know why the thing goes slow. Slow down, like slow mo. Speed up. Speed up. So just so y'all, this what I'm doing. So I'm cleaning out the customer's backyard. This is what I got to do. I got to clean out their whole backyard. So y'all see, this is what I'm doing. Okay. All right. So now I'm cleaning out the customer's backyard. I'm trying to finish this job. I have to finish this job up. And I told the customer that the day before that I was working on another job. And I did. I said I was going to I was going to be there around about 6:30 that next day. That's what I'm thinking. I have that job completely finished up. All right. So now that's what I was doing. Round on April the 12th. We're still on April the 12th because I just went down on April the 12th. Let me show you how it is. So now y'all see what I'm doing on April the 12th when the customer called. Now, here we go. Let me show y'all this. All right, now, as y'all see, here's the time for April the 12th. On April the 12th, he called me at 3:15. The customer called, the grandson called me at 3:15. We was only on the phone for 21 seconds. He was calling to ask and confirm was I still gonna make it over to his granddad's house from yesterday. Yeah, I showed y'all the timestamp when I was at his granddad's house at 6 something. I pulled up at 6:19 when I pulled up. And I was on the phone with him. So I didn't leave that about 6:25, 6:30 on April the 11th. Now, April the 12th, I speak with him. I speak with the grandson at 3:15. He was calling to confirm 21. I told him, yep, when I finish that job, I just showed y'all while I was working in the Bobcat. When I finish that way, he's on my schedule to get to him. So I'm at that customer's house. Now, at 6:27, he called me again because I told him I was gonna be there. I supposed to have been there I supposed to have been there around about this time, 6:27. I was supposed to be there at 6:27. At 6:27 to be the property. I was wrapping up at the property, and the customer, I was talking with the customer, and the customer was standing next to me when he called. And I was wrapping up with her about talking with the property. I can't rush a customer. I have to be nice. Even though I know I said I was gonna be there, and I was gonna be there at that time, but things don't always go as you plan. So I wasn't there at that 6:27 like I was, even though I talked to him on the phone, and I was hoping I was gonna be there at that time, but I wasn't. I wasn't there at 6:27. All right, cool. So when he called me at 6:27, though, I was wrapping up with that customer, getting ready to leave. I was getting ready to leave, and I had the customer right there in front of me. I said, I'm leaving this customer house. I am headed your way now. He said, okay, cool. We didn't stay on the phone long. It was like 15 seconds. All right. Now, remember, I showed y'all in the phone call, on the phone when I left on the other one. Let me go back to it so that way we can be on the same page so it'll make sense. I want to make sure I show y'all everything. Okay, so remember I said on this one that Remember, I said from here when I left that customer house on the 11th, it took me an hour. And from when I left at 5:14, called them to confirm, and I arrived at 6:19. It took me an hour and 5 minutes. Okay. With me taking an hour and 5 minutes, that's in a box truck. Y'all seen my trailer, my Bobcat that I was pulling. The Bobcat and the big, I'm pulling weight this time. So when I told him that I was leaving at 6:27, he was like, okay, cool. When I told him that I was leaving that customer house, it was gonna. Now here's why I'm assuming. I'm thinking like, here's why I was wrong at, and I say my wrong. Maybe I'm assuming he just understand. He understand. I told him I got to bring my Bobcat. He understand what goes with that. Okay, he's bringing a big heavy machine. Okay, he's gonna probably take him a little move with the slope. That was my fault for maybe assuming. I probably should have explained and said, hey, I'm pulling the equipment. It's gonna take me a little bit longer. I'm coming all the way from Douglasville, going all the way to Powder Springs. I'm headed that way. All right. So now, now he tried to say, I told him I never said where I was working the job at because I don't have an area. I never told him what area I was working in. I just told him I was at a customer's property. All right. So now, when I talked with him at 6:27, I am getting ready. I'm leaving, headed that way. In my box truck, it took an hour and 5 minutes. That's not putting no weight. That's a box truck that's driving, able to get straight on there. In my dually truck, pulling that big heavy machine, that big Bobcat, pulling that. I'm not gonna move as fast as I would in my box truck. I'm not gonna have that speed to get there. I'm not gonna have that. When I'm pulling this, I don't have speed. I had to take my time. This is a lot of weight. I had to stop in advance. I gotta be cautious. I can't move fast. I had to make sure that I'm being very safe while I'm driving to get there. Now, it's after 6:30. Remember, I showed y'all my office hours from 7 a.m. to 6. After this time, I'm not thinking about no more calls. I'm tired. I've been up since 5 o'clock in the morning. It's 6, and I'm trying to rush to get to this customer house to get this job done. I want to go and relax and just chill and go to the gym, work out, and just get home and go to sleep, take my shower, go to sleep. But I told this customer I was coming. I'm coming. That's my word. I told him I was going to be able to come. If I wasn't going to be able to come, I would have told him I wasn't going to be able to come when I talked with him at 6:27. But I confirmed it. I'm on my way. All right. So now this is what I'm pulling. Now, I didn't pull up to his house leaving at 6:27. It took me an hour and a half to get there. I didn't get to his house till 8 o'clock. It was 8 o'clock when I pulled up to the house. I done drove all the way from the other side of Douglasville trying to get to his granddad's house as fast as I can. Now, granted, I told him I was hoping to be done with that customer earlier. But if I'm at a customer's property, I'm not trying to cut a corner to go do a job and I haven't pleased this customer yet. I got to please this customer and try to get it done. I was hoping to be done round about maybe 3, 4 o'clock. And I was hoping to be done 5 at the latest. I was hoping to be done. But unfortunately, it didn't work that way. I had to go and make sure that the customer was happy. Now, when I pull up at the property at 8:30, not 8:30, at 8 o'clock. When I pull up at the property at 8 o'clock, I'm getting ready to go ahead and get off. Now, if the sun has already pretty much went down, you still can see, but it's getting dark. But the sun is going down. But I'm trying to get to the property as fast as I can. I'm pulling this machine. I'm focused on the road. I'm not focused on nothing else but to get to this customer's property and get this job done. Now, remember now, I said I pulled up at 8. The customer, let me show y'all, called me at 7:38. Let me show y'all. I'm going to show y'all. The grandson, he had called me. All right, see right here where it say miss yesterday, 7:38 p.m. missed call. The grandson called me because he's looking for me because we just talked at 6:27 and it's an hour and I haven't arrived. So he called. Now, I didn't, for some reason I didn't hit his phone call. I'm not thinking about the phone because I'm basically off. But I didn't hit his phone call. When this phone call, I'm driving, I'm en route trying to get there and focus on the road. I'm not focusing on the phone. And for some reason, I didn't hit his missed phone call. I didn't. And he called. He did call. I didn't, when I pulled up, I didn't know he called because I'm thinking like when he canceled, because they canceled on me when I got there because they said it was too late. He said, oh, you got late. You got here late and it's too dark and you ain't going to be able to get everything loaded. But I'm gonna get to that part. But he did call at 7:38. Make sure I'm saying it right. Yeah, 7:38 p.m. he called, but I missed the phone call. Then, if you see right up here at 7:39 on the 12th, he texted me right after he didn't call. He called. I definitely can't get a text because I'm driving and I'm pulling heavy machinery, so I can't look at no text and drive. I gotta focus on the road. So you see, he did. He called at 7:38. Then he texted me. Now I'm gonna show you what the text says. And I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to go through this as fast, but this is why I couldn't. This is why I couldn't just type it on there because to explain it, it was gonna be hard to type it. It was gonna be hard to type it. Okay, so now 7:39 he texts. Let me show y'all the text that he texts me. Okay. Okay, this is what he texts me. He said, hey, it's gotten pretty late. The sun is almost down. My granddad said if you're not very close, he'd like to just cancel. That's what he want to do. He want to just cancel. I have no problem with him canceling. That's totally understandable. I have no problem with that. That is totally no problem with him canceling. But here's my only issue. Why you didn't tell me that while I was on my way leaving at 6:27? It took me an hour to get there the last time to get there. Now this time I'm pulling heavy machinery. It's going to take me longer. Granted, maybe that was something I might have should have said. I'm just thinking, okay, he want to get the job done. He's serious. I want to make sure I show up and get it done. And I'm pulling the equipment, trying to get to him as fast as I can, and I was just trying to get there as fast as I could. Okay. But when I didn't get the message of the text message because I'm already in the mindset of getting to you. I'm not, my phone is after hours. We're not answering the phone. I'm not checking text messages because I'm driving. I don't hear that. I'm trying to just get to because I just talked with the customer at 6:27. And so I already then confirmed it. I already have spoken with the customer and confirmed before I started hitting that route. It's just the time to get there. It's not that I'm procrastinating and taking my time. I'm pulling heavy machinery. It's just taking me time to get there because of what I'm pulling to get the job done. All right. So now when I get to the customer, I finally pull up at 8 o'clock. I'm getting there and I'm trying to, okay, let me get this done. Let me go ahead and get this job done. Let me go ahead and get the job done. So I started get out the truck, start go into so I can let my ramps down and get the machine out so I can go ahead and load it up. So now, and let me say this. I did do one thing that I want to make sure I put in there. The big yellow piece, let me show it to y'all so y'all can know. All right, so this big piece right here, this big yellow one, I had to drop that off at my office. I had to take this out the trailer. So this was en route to get into his house. That was probably like a 5-10 minute detour. I had to go and take this off because why I had to take this off, excuse me, I needed this space to be able to put the stuff that I was hauling on right here. So I had to go take this off at my office and put that off so I could have all this space to be able to load up all of the debris that I was holding off to be able to, because this is a 20-foot long trailer. So my Bobcat took about 12 feet, 12 to 14 feet. I got 6 feet of space to put the debris. So I had to go take that. That probably was adding the 10 minutes into it because I had to go do that 10, 15 minutes into it to take that off and get back on. All right. Again, like I say, y'all, I'm gonna be transparent about everything that's going on. So now I'm working to get there. And that could have been another reason why I missed his phone call too, because when I was taking that off trying to get there, it could have been in the midst of him calling why I missed his phone call and didn't hit a text or something. That could have been the reason why I didn't get it. But because I'm only focused on getting to the job. So now, I pull up to the job, trying to get everything done. When I pull up to the job, his granddad don't come. Oh man, what is this? He said, you told me you had a dump trailer. I do have dump trailers. I have dump trailers. If you go on my website, you can see mrcantstop.com. You can see my dump trailers. I do have dump trailers. But I didn't have my other guy with me to bring my second truck. He didn't show up. His wife was in there, had to go to the emergency room. But I don't put that off on the customer. I still showed up and worked by myself. So I didn't have that truck, but I could get the job done. That's why I took that big yellow thing off so I can have the space to store it. So when I pull up, he's like, you can't get there to do that. You're not gonna be able to put all that stuff on there. You're not gonna be able to put all that debris on there. Then you're gonna get started and tell me that you can't get it on there. And then here you're gonna, like, out of the blue, he just started coming up with different things saying that I wasn't gonna be able to fit everything on my trailer, that I was gonna tell him I gotta come back another day, and he didn't want me to come back and have to be coming back because I told him I was gonna have a dump trailer. And I never told him what I was gonna bring to haul it off anyway, besides my Bobcat. That was the only thing that I was gonna bring, because tree mulch is a lot of mulch. So we don't physically lift it. It'll take forever. So I'm bringing my Bobcat with me. So now he's telling me, no, all this not gonna fit. I'm like, yes, sir, it'll fit on there. I can get it on there. That's not no problem. It ain't gonna take me no more than 30 minutes. I got my machine here, so I'm able to move fast with my machine. It's not gonna take me long. I got all my space to be able to put everything up there in the front. You're good. It's not gonna be none left over. I promise you that. No, you're not gonna be able to get that done. It ain't gonna fit on the trailer. Let me show y'all something. He's telling me that something ain't gonna fit on my trailer. Like, I don't know my trailer. Like, this is what I do for a living. I've been doing this for 20 years, but he's telling me no. So again, let me show y'all again. I want to be as transparent with y'all. All right. So now this is my trailer, y'all. This right here is the trailer that y'all see the Bobcat on. All this is from the job that I was cleaning up the backyard. The job that I told y'all I was cleaning out the backyard. All this stuff is what I had to cut down and clear out and haul this stuff to the landfill. His stuff wasn't a fraction of this, what I had to haul off. What I had to clean up for him wasn't a fraction. It would have been right here in the front. I would have been able to, if all this can go on my trailer with no problem, this stuff right here, what his stuff would have been a fraction of what I was putting on my trailer. And I got all this loaded on my trailer from this customer backyard. But he's telling me, no, I can't do it. He's like, no, you can't do it. You're going to do this. So he's like, no, my granddad said it ain't going to fit on there. So the grandson tell me, no, the granddad's saying, no, it ain't going to fit on there. So I said, okay. Then the grandson said, well, can you do it for cheaper? I'm not going to drop my price. He said, can you do it for $500? Because he was trying to say, because I got there at 8:00. I'm pulling weight. I left at 6:27, hit it that weight. It took me some time. I can't speed and put other people's life in jeopardy or put my life in jeopardy just to make some money. I'm not going to do that. I pulled up and I drove all the way out here. I'm not going to drop my price, and I'm already doing Bobcat work and hauling this stuff out for $750. So he trying to say, nah, man, you think I'm green. You trying to play me like I'm green. How am I trying to play you like you're green? This is my prices. So I'm only assuming, I guess he feel like since I can do it so fast with my machine and I'm charging $750 that I'm getting over on. That's the only thing that I can take over. No, my minimum for Bobcat work is $1,000 without hauling. And I'm doing every hauling plus getting this up for $750. So Granddad started saying, nah, I told him, no, I won't do it for the $500. And Granddad started saying, nah, he ain't gonna be able to get on there. So this is what I offered him. I said, okay, look, if I can't get all that stuff on there, I'll do the whole job. I do the job for free. Whatever I get on here, I'm going to take it off. And if I have to tell you I got to come back tomorrow, I'll take whatever I now already loaded. You don't have to pay me nothing. And that's going to be for your inconvenience. You're going to get it, whatever you got on my trailer hauled off, and you ain't have to pay nothing for it. I'm giving you the deal to show you I want your business, that I'm honest, that it just took me longer. The grandson was like, okay, that's fair. Okay. The grandson at that point was like, okay, cool. Like, Granddad, okay, let him do it. The granddaddy was the one that, no, he ain't gonna do it. I don't want him on the yard no more. So it went from I can't get everything on there to no, I don't want him on the yard. And I got neighbors. I can't have that machine. But it wasn't even about the neighbors a minute ago. A minute ago, it was just because you thought I couldn't get it on there, but I just gave you the deal and said I do it for free if I can't get it on there. You still is going to win if I can't. You don't lose. I'm good because that's what I'm willing to take. And I'm not even willing to say if I can't get on there, I do it at a lower rate or anything. I'm willing to say everything because I was going to get like, let's say I couldn't get on there. I would have got 90% on there. So you would have got 90% of the work done for free because I couldn't get the whole 100% of the job done. That's how, if I'm minimal. But I knew I could get everything on there because I just showed y'all a picture of the tree brush that I had on there. So I knew I could get it on there. This is what I do. I know how to do my job. And I understand he didn't want the ground to get wet and tear up his yard. So now the granddad is saying, no, it's dark. It's dark. It's dark. It's dark. No, I don't want to do it. I got neighbors going to disturb my neighbors. Cancel it. Just cancel the job. So now I'm aggravated. Yes, I am mad about this now. And let me tell y'all why I'm mad. I'm going to tell y'all why I am mad. The reason why I'm mad, because I don't mind if you cancel. But I didn't bust my butt to get over here to go above and beyond to get this job done for this customer. I done drove all the way. I done pulled this heavy machine an hour and some change all the way over here to get here only for you to tell me you cancel. And normally I make people do deposits before I come. Normally I make people do deposits. That's my hands down. But the guy was so he kept calling, so adamant, like, I'm gonna give you cash, pay you once you get done. He was adamant about it, and he seemed like he was serious. So I felt secure, like, okay, I'm gonna get this done. I ain't gonna make him. I ain't gonna worry about the deposit. I'm gonna go and get this done. That was my mistake too. I should have required my deposit like I tell everybody else to do the deposit before I move my trucks. Me being nice screwed me. It's screwed, but it's a lesson learned. You have to learn from your lessons, your mistakes. You have to learn from them. You know, the customer won on a financial end. And, I lost. They could have easily just told me at 6:27, gave me a certain time and said, hey, if you're not here by this time, when I talked with them at 6:27, if you're not here by this time, then don't worry, will you make it? And then I could have just looked at my time. I would have known I wasn't going to make it there within an hour trying to rush. I wasn't going to put my life and nobody else's life in danger trying to rush to get to a job. But they didn't say that, no, like it was a specific time. So I came and I arrived at this job at 8:00, and then you cancel on this job. Yes, I am very, very angry and upset because, man, you done wasted my time. You done wasted my gas. I could have went and parked my equipment at my office, and I could have went and did what I had to do and been ready to go to sleep. I've been up since 5:00 in the morning. But like I say, you know what? That was my fault. I should have got my deposit. You know what I'm saying? You know, maybe communication, we should have talked a little more, saying, hey, look, man, I'm pulling this big machine. I know it's 6:30 now. By the time I get on there, it's gonna be, could be this time. Cool. Assuming that the customer already understood, you know, I'm bringing a big machine, because I told him on April the 11th, the day before, that I was gonna bring my Bobcat to get this cleaned up. And he even said, well, I thought you were bringing 2 trucks. So he knew that I was bringing heavy equipment. You can't move fast with heavy equipment. So that's my fault for assuming, again, because it goes to conversation. I would take my faults for if something wrong. I didn't get there at 6:30. I did say I was gonna be there at around 6:30, like I was there that day. But I can't leave a job half done trying to go do another job. That's not fair to the customer that I'm already on. They have already paid their deposit. It's only right that I do the job that I finished, but try to get over here. Then I can go make extra money if I have the time to do it. So after that whole ordeal, you know what? I just taught me a lesson. Stop being nice, get your deposit, and you know, don't assume. Make sure to be as transparent all the time. Just be straightforward. Hey, look, this is what it is. This is this. And make sure y'all on the same page with everything before you leave, and get the job done. Now, that's the story what happened with this situation. I had to make this video because in the comment, in the Google review, he stated and said, and I'm gonna show it to y'all. Y'all seen it already once, but let's just pull that back up, and then I'm gonna wrap this video response up, and I got to get back to work. Okay, in here he said didn't show up, waited all day, and missed church. When a customer will read this, and say, okay, he didn't show up. When that's not true at all. I just explained to y'all what the whole course, and I did show up. I did show up on to the property. I probably didn't get there at 6:30 like I told him, but I told him the day before that I was working on a customer job, that I was going to be coming after that job. And when I talked with him at 3 o'clock, I told him I was going to be coming after that customer job. And when I talked with him at 6:27, I told him that I was on my way leaving that customer job. So I told him at least 3 times I was on a customer's job. Then for him to go and leave a false review on the Google see, customers try to weaponize Google to interfere with a business income. I would never leave a comment on a business knowing it's not the truth. That's not what I'm going to do. I'm going to go in and I'm going to be honest with it. And he could have said, hey, they showed up late. They were supposed to be here at 6:30. They showed up at 8 o'clock. And that would have been the truth. That would have been the truth. Yes. We told them the day before we would have been there around 6:30. We didn't show up at 8 o'clock. That would have been the truth. But he didn't say nothing to me about church or anything that it was going to mess up his church. For you to try to come on here and use misleading and post, oh, and I missed church. Like you made it seem like you canceled church for me to come do this. We never talked nothing about no church. We never made nothing, no assumption, nowhere near that realm. So that is my side of the story to explain to customers what happened with this Google review and give y'all all the details of the situation. Now, with that being said, hopefully you can make a decision and you still choose to do business with us. We would love to do business with you. And we're not perfect. I'm not saying that we're perfect. Nobody is perfect. But I like to get a full view of my accountabilities plus the customers, because customers don't put their accountability in a Google review. They always put the negative side of what happened between their experience of the company. But they don't say, hey, this is what could have just transpired. It's always just company. Like, okay, they had 100% no fault. The company did this. It was a company fault. And I have to speak up as being this business owner of this company and let people know it's not always the way that you see in Google reviews. And if you made it to the end of this video, I know it's 45 minutes. I just thank you so much for taking the time out to look at this video and hear my side of what really happened with the whole story, instead of just taking the time out and just reading that one review and moving on to the next. And you might not do business with us, but just thank you for taking the time out to do business, to listen to this, instead of just looking at the Google review and running with the Google review. So with that being said, if you do want to do business, I definitely look forward to working out with you. I am Reginald, the owner of Mr. Can't Stop, the owner of the Tree Spot Tree Service. I want to thank y'all for that. You can give us a call at 770-899-7432. Go to MrCan'tStop.com, book you an appointment right there on the phone, and bam, we're going to try to work our best to get to you. We can't get to everybody, but we're going to try to get to as many people as we can. But one thing I am going to do, I am going to be transparent with you. And I'm going to let you know what I have going on. And we can make a decision if you want to wait. But I'm not going to lie to you and waste your time. That's not what I want to do, because every customer is valuable to me and my team. Thank y'all. We out of here, man. Y'all have a great day. Again, I apologize for the video being so long. I was trying to do my best to make the video as short as possible, but I want to get all the details in, and hopefully I explained that clear enough. All right. Thank y'all. We're about to have a good day.